But I do think that, as I mentioned early on today, is that I think that the friendships, let me say truly, that the friendships and the bonds that created that I don't want to call it an inner circle in the sense of exclusivity, but in that realm of individuals 20 years ago that were working in the field, that it really has helped us sort of go to the next level. I think we've been willing to switch jobs, jump from this job to this job. You were my boss, now I'm your, no big deal. We're all here because of what we want to get to the next level. I think you will see that time and time again, that we have been very fortunate to do that. And we have been fortunate enough to have those individuals stick around. I think that's the other thing that we sometimes may lose sight in Michigan, that those leaders, many of those, the majority of those leaders are still here, and they still communicate and they still get together, and their vision is still, I think, always evolving. I think that's what's exciting for us. I think it's always evolving. And so the work that we've done with our community foundations is really critical. And while there are community foundations elsewhere in the country, we know that, not to the level, I think, or cohesiveness that our Council of Michigan Foundation has been able to do with them. The young people that we sort of, I would tend to say, encouraged our community foundations in the early years to think about developing the YACs, the Youth Advisory Councils or committees, depending on how they were in their communities, really has formed a group of individuals today that you would be so proud of. I think it would be great to have an alumni reunion of all the young people that participated, where they did it even for a year at their local community foundation. They are, I'm sure, doing great leadership things right now. So I think we were fortunate. We had great thinkers. I think we had great visionaries that we were all able to, and I'm not one of those. Those are other people like the Russ Mobbies and the Dottie Johnsons and the Robs. And Sam and Kyle, I think, have always been very visionary to see the next level up, or to say, you know, it is possible. We can have a task force, but it's possible. We'll do it anyway, kind of a thing. I think that kind of work, I think, is what has put us, I think, ahead of other states. While other states may have a lot of other foundations and a lot of other money or higher education institutions, I think we have been truly grounded in realizing that this group of colleagues knows how to work together. And there are times that we push at each other, and there are times that we may not always be happy with each other. But I think our vision is larger than our individual. People may say, I don't necessarily see a lot of individual ego in the group of the people that I've had the pleasure to work with over these past 20 years here in Michigan. And that I've always been so proud to say, you don't always want to go and to say this is how we did it in Michigan, but you're always willing to say, you know, I think you should talk to this group of individuals in your state, similar to what we did in Michigan, because I think it may open the communications or the doors to taking that next step. And I think that was something that we tried really hard when we envisioned the Connect Michigan Alliance, is how do all these partners that have supported works in different, people may say different silos, how do we come together to say, how do we work better, more collegially, more collaboratively? And sometimes we know that collaboration isn't going to be simple, and we also know that not every project lends itself to true collaboration. Sometimes you have to say, have to step away from the table and say, it's not going to work. But the communication has started, and so it may be something that can happen a number of years down the road. Collaboration takes time to accomplish. It doesn't come overnight.